Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus here again. Last night I was listening to the news on the social media, and there was this guy, James Carville, was being interviewed by the host news from the news, and they wanted to know some comments about what he felt in regards to the challenge that remained in Georgia. These two Senate candidates, Republican and Democrat, and Republican win one and they remain the boss in the Senate, or the Democrats win two with the support of the vice president breaking a tie vote. Democrats would feel like they had a little power. And so Carville said when, and he felt that this would happen, the two Democrats become the next senators out of Georgia. He said that's going to be like a breath of fresh air. It's like exhaling, like you can breathe again. It's like the journey with Donald Trump and and his supporters over the past 4 years has just been stiffening. It's been stifling. It's just been depressing. It's been killing. I mean, not so much his policies, even though they were devastating, but just listening to his lies, running his mouth. Well, anyway, he said if they could pick these two seats up, it would be like a breath of fresh air. And I know what that could be like. You ever been in a situation where there was a lot of smoke and you couldn't hardly breathe, trying to find and get out where you can get some fresh air and you can finally break through that smoke? You know, when you first get out that fresh air, it doesn't really get you because you still got smoke in your nostrils. But when you get that out of the way, you can breathe again. It's so refreshing. Maybe you can't get that one. What if you ever been swimming and you've been underwater for a long time, a little longer perhaps than you had anticipated, or you're just running out of air, you feel like you better get up real quick, and you start running, you start swimming as fast as you can to get up real quick. And finally, when that head emerges out of that water, you get a chance to catch that breath of air. You know, well, a lot of the people in the country feel that same way at the fact that not only did they get a chance to get Donald Trump out of the way, they got a chance to get that power boost that's been aiding and abetting him in every situation. And so we'll see. I tell you, listening to the idea that that could possibly happen, even to me, when returning to what I know we would be returning to, is just almost as despicable as Trump and his organization. Yet it felt like a breath of fresh air to me, just knowing that the people who are not where I'm at can breathe. And I want them to breathe because we all need to breathe. I need to breathe. I was talking to a guy in Mississippi once about the things that I talked to you about, uh, and he said to me that perhaps I'm going too fast. He said perhaps the people are listening, but I'm going so fast if I look back, the people are so far behind me, it's almost like I can't see them, that I better slow up. In other words, they can't grasp it as fast as I'm giving it. And so I guess, ladies and gentlemen, that's why I do a lot of talking. That's why I do a lot of video stuff, because I'm not going to be around that much longer. I've lived 70 years. I never thought I'd pass 18 or 23. And my God, I'm still here. So, as far as I'm concerned, I got a lot of wonderful stuff to say. And why do I say I got a lot of wonderful stuff to say? It's because all the while I've had one thing in mind. We, the people, free, living in peace, joy in our lives, and our dreams coming true. And the number one thing is that we have purpose. We engage ourselves. We're here for a purpose. We engage ourselves in life. And what we bring to life plays a part in all the stuff that comes back to us as fruit, as benefits from what we do. And as we, the people who do these things, we give ourselves to all that is out there that we engage ourselves in. And it comes back to all of us. So everything that comes back belongs to all of us. That is why it is so important that all of us participate in some form or some fashion. It might mean mothering, staying at home. It might mean just sweeping the sidewalk. It might mean doing all of the things that are done. Whatever job that exists, the possibility or the need that exists for a job to be filled by someone, whatever is done by people who choose to do it, who get the joy out of doing it. And that is their contribution that entitles them to all of the entitles them to receive from all the resources that exist, whatever they need, whatever they want, or whatever they desire. Now, ladies and gentlemen, to me, that sounds so fantastic till I say it comes from God. And why do I say it comes from God? I say it comes from God because it doesn't come from any of you. You're going along with anything. But this is magnificent. And it is beautiful because it blesses every last one of you. And you didn't come up with it. And since you didn't come up with it, you kind of got me thinking that it's impossible for me to come up with it too. But yet and still it's here. So I say it comes from God. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you so very much for giving me this your time. And I hope that the part of the Georgia outcome right now, at this time, this morning on the 6th, they have called it, the lady, Miss whatever her name is, the Republicans lost. And now it is really tight between the Republican and Democrat that remains. The Democrat is supposedly leading at this moment. And to get that breath of fresh air, this Democrat would have to win to get that, what we call exhale. And let's give it a go and see what happens. All right? Good night.